All right. Here we are once again. Another year, another marathon, another Z2 Max Rando. I am Royale. With me tonight is Tank, making his Z2 Archom's debut. Tank, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well. I'm just ready to probably have a breakdown or Vix yell obscenities at the screen.
Yeah. Both things are probably going to happen. So this year our flags are Max Rando. Last year we played Random Percent. They are similar but not identical. In Max Rando, everything that can possibly be randomized is randomized. Um, in Random Percent, there is a 50-50 of things that can be randomized being vanilla. So nothing in this is going to be vanilla. If it can be randomized, it will be randomized, um, which makes for really interesting seeds, with biomes and gems and starting items and all of that. So what do you think, Tank? Should we just kick them off? Let's kick them off and get going.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
Okay. I'm going to give them the go ahead. We should be seeing them start pretty soon. Home does need shield spell. That is true. Um,
Might want to put the countdown in the other channel, maybe. I don't know if they're watching this one.
I literally asked them where, and they said this chat. Okay, fine. They want it in the other chat. 3, 2, 1, 69, go.
Okay, and we
All
are off.
right. So, starting jump, shield, thunder, the any key, down stab. And then we have the kid and the water of life because we have the spells for those talents already. We can't cast thunder, which is
We
nice.
also only have one life. So
2 lives.
Or two
2 lives. So we have the one we're on and the one extra.
Yeah.
In a maze lies the glove. VixRyder's never getting this glove. It's never happening. Vix never finds Maze Island. That's it.
Yeah. Vix do we give them the 5-minute mercy cooldown for this?
No, this is not a Z2R tournament. They don't get any of that coward stuff. There's no rerolls here. Okay, 190 for the first attack level, so it looks like some of the spell costs have rolled down. 40 for life, 190 for attack, that's pretty good. They also start with 5 6-heart containers, so pretty healthy seed.
Yeah,
which means there's going to be some decent trash in caves, which will be fun.
I'm just stand there and die to that on purpose because it really looked like it.
The bouncy cat? No, he's The bouncy cat has gotten the best of him. Vix finding the secret mirror under the table in Saria. No one ever knew about that, without Nintendo power back in the day. So Holmes in these are Bagu's Woods tiles, and he's farming these enemies for XP. Dash spell in Saria. Vix is gonna go fast eventually when he can cast it.
Yeah. Dash
so no fire.
Dash replacing fire, and then the other interesting thing about that is sometimes fire can be linked to another spell, which lets them cheat a little bit. But since Dash is here and there is no fire, that's not happening.
We have a caldera on the west here.
Homewrecker just picking up the hammer.
And Vix has found Palace 3 or 6. We won't know until we go inside and see some windows or a boss.
Holmes yeah, but I'm not going in.
No, he's a coward. That's fine. I mean, they've got the any key, so palaces are in logic. Okay, Vix found Trophy Cave, and Homewrecker found Magic Container Cave. Which, Magic Container Cave is a P-bag. 150 is going to get him a life level, so that's good. This is a jar, either a red jar or a blue jar for a partial or full magic refill in Trophy Cave, so that's junk.
Yeah, just absolute garbage from both of them.
I mean, P-bag early like this isn't bad, especially when they're gonna need to grind some magic levels. Hey, look, it's Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain. They weren't expecting this at all. It's tradition.
No, at all. No, not at all. Vix probably has many choice words to say, so it's probably good that we
You
can't hear him.
they knew it was gonna happen. They knew it was gonna happen, and Tiberius37 finished this seed in an hour and 13 minutes, so these guys should be just fine. Despite the Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain. It's fine. This is very
Ty
good.
is actually kind of okay at this game.
I mean, Vix is the inaugural Upstarts champion, so he's Fluke. Wow. Okay, so this is Palace 6. Home dips in, sees the jail bar windows, sees it's Palace 6, and says
nope.
no. Vix did grab his hammer. He's gonna do this magic container cave for the P bag, kind of following in Home's footsteps. Home, they're just doing the switcheroo. Home's gonna get this trash in Trophy Cave.
That 150 wasn't quite as helpful to Vix as it was to Home, but
No, well, Vix already has 223.
yeah.
So he's gonna try and push for another magic level, which might allow him to cast some of the spells that he's picked up. Okay, he's gonna get the hint. Yeah, he's gonna find out where the trophy is. I don't know if Home came in here and did this or not. Home's gonna die in Trophy Cave. Yeah. Hey, look! Home found the Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain too, and he's gonna be so excited. Everyone's excited to play Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain. I totally missed the hint for the trophy, by the way.
I was not paying attention either, so, you know, we're just in it together.
Okay, Vix is gonna actually go through Jump Cave from the back here to go through the caldera to see what the palace is on the other side of the caldera. So that's gonna be information. Trophy is in the east. Super. Go east to find the trophy, nerds.
Well, I mean, that means Ty found it reasonably early, but these two may not.
Yeah, well, Ty probably already had found the east at this point in his playing of the seed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Home's also going to pick up Dash.
East.
Vix working his way through Jump Cave here.
Nothing too awful through here, luckily.
No, I mean, they have downstab. One-ups are in the...
one-up.
Yeah, one-ups in the drop pool there. This is a mixed enemy, so there's a flag that will mix the large and small enemies in Max Rando. So these are mixed enemy pools. I think that was the large enemy drop pool.
Fairy.
Wow, that was
right
a clutch
in front of
fairy.
The palace.
That was a clutch fairy. That's very good. Hey, there's a raft tile. There's a raft tile on the west, so that's nice. Oh, that's
look,
Bagoo. Palace 2 here for Vix in the
As
caldera.
useful as ever.
You know, he tries his best. Chat, for those of you who don't know, in the vanilla game, you have to talk to Bagoo to cross the water in Saria to go into Death Mountain to get your hammer. In the randomizer, you rarely, but sometimes Bagoo is required, but rarely do you have to talk to Bagoo. There are other ways across the water in the rando. And today, we just walk to the other side. Is really how it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, so Home also going through this caldera is going to soon find Palace 2. We could be glove blocked out of here. You know, we know the glove is on the maze. Vix will last locate that. Because, you know, Maze Island is his arch nemesis. Okay, like that's, you know, sure. Sure, fine, whatever. It's, you know, you would probably like to see a useful item there, but the P-Bag's okay. If he finds the elevator up to there, he'll probably grab it. I don't know. We'll see.
Free XP at that point, depending on how close he is to a level.
And that, yeah, that's the other thing. This
'Cause they
is a
have the
6-gem
keys.
seed, so they're gonna have some good opportunities for leveling. But yeah, they do have that magic key, so they don't have to spend any magic getting through doors. Okay, Homewrecker also headed into Palace 2.
Clutch life level to is getting pretty low there.
Yeah, that was a nice. So the level ups also refill your life, so that was nice for Vix. He gets a level which will decrease the damage he takes and also refill him.
Is this up to the item? Yeah.
Yeah, he is gonna grab it. I don't blame him. You know, with the 6-gem seed, you want to try and maximize your leveling so you can get. Oh wow,
Ooh,
wow.
that's a fat pea bag.
Okay, easy game for babies. I didn't bet this one close enough. If I had known there were 1,000 pointers in the pool, I would never have given them this free bullshit. Just kidding. I gave them Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain, so I guess they deserve a treat.
A little pea has a treat.
Okay, so, but yeah, we could be glove blocked in this palace, either from the boss or the item. It's possible. Glove blocks can appear in any palace in the Max Rando flags. So we'll
So
see.
far, though.
Yeah, they've been able to do some good exploration. We shall see if, yeah, home, you don't have a glove. You can't do literally anything in this room except go left.
We've like been blocked on so far, though.
That room, yeah, that room so far is. Vix getting stabbed in the face by the red iron knuckle, taking a death.
Plenty of those 1-ups in the pool, though. He has a lot of lives right now, so he's not in too much danger.
Okay, taking the magic level.
Things, dash down to 30.
Yep, here we go. We gotta go fast. Oh!
We are glove
Get
blocked.
wrecked! Get wrecked! We are absolutely glove blocked in this palace, I do believe. I don't think there was another way that they could go from here. Vix is gonna check it out, but I think this was... Okay, he's gonna take a death here? I think he's second guessing whether or not there was another way for him to go in this palace. I don't think there was. I think he went to the right and to the left at this junction that home is at right now.
I think it's either the right glove blocks or the it's gonna be one of these two. And
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's this way, honestly. That other glove blocked room with the elevator, I'm not even sure. Those might all be dead ends on the right. I can't remember. There's a couple versions of that room.
Gotcha. Oh, I think Vix forgot to. Like, I think up A either didn't get set to rebind it.
Oh no.
Or he's got a problem with his second player controller.
Oh no, Vix.
That's why, because he had to.
He was trying to. Okay. That is really unfortunate. So the up A keybind in this randomizer does a forced game over, which lets you then with the randomizer flags you can also restart at the front of the palace, which is much more convenient than in the vanilla game, which whenever you restart, you just restart at the very start of the game. Even if you die in a palace, it's a giant pain in the ass. Yeah, that looks like exactly what happened. Vix is having issues with his... So it takes 2 controllers to do up and A organically. There is a flag in the randomizer where you can bind it to up and select, I think, on your own controller. I don't ever bind it. I plan an emulator and I bind it to my keyboard because I'm too scared I'm gonna fat finger it by mistake and game over when I don't mean to. Yeah, Vix said controller malfunction in the setup chat, so he is trying to fix his up and A situation right now, so he can do normal game overs in palaces like Homewrecker just did. Well, Home died. That I guess is the most normal game over, but
for him it is.
Oh no, he died.
Oh no, he died.
Cody, downstab. They started with downstab. I gave them, so Ty played this seed. I also played about half of it to vet it. I gave them downstab quite honestly because there is a forced vanilla shuffle Death Mountain in this seed, and it's going to be fantastic for chat, and they're both going to be very angry at me about it, and I don't care because it's a Nissan Marathon tradition. So they can both get shucked, as Home would say.
At least luckily for Vix, he's not really losing like a ton of time because
No, Home's just dying over and over again in Palace 2.
Exploring the same palace that Vix just
well,
already basically full cleared.
He's also farming a little bit for some XP, which is fine, but he's about to figure out that he's glove blocked in here. But yeah, Vix hasn't really. If Vix can get his controller working, he hasn't really lost that much time.
I'm afraid that at this point it may not even be the controller.
Yeah, that would be extremely unfortunate. Vix, please.
Ironic. A lot of errors. I hope he can figure that out shortly.
Oh, super Sag.
Well, Home's still panning about in here. He's basically just going to wind up at the same place Vix was, which is at a glove block, unable to continue.
Yeah. Okay, so this path we didn't see from Vix, but it does still end in a glove block.
Yeah.
So there was at least one more path they could have taken. Okay, Vix is back. Vix got his... Doesn't look like he lost anything either. This is great. Hopefully his up and A is working.
I think he just tried it, and I don't think it went off, but...
He might just not care. He might just say...
Yeah, he might just not care at this point.
You know, it's just more incentive for him to not be like fluff his life level too much since he already
go
has
where the items
card.
are and don't go where they aren't.
Oh, that was a fun connector with a boulder block there. Good thing they got that hammer. Okay, let's see what's free here. Reflect, flee reflect. Okay, they need that. That's hard required. I mean, if we're being honest, Nissan Home needs that handicap probably.
Now, I'm not sure on this, but is Karok's attack behavior randomized?
I don't know. I
normal?
think it's just harder in these flags. I think this is the current tournament flag set, and it's just set to harder Karok. I'm not sure if that's one of Elendar's 50/50s. Okay, so Home
finding the right side of that after coming up in the elevator and still being glove blocked.
Yeah, I don't know if he realizes that. I don't know. Maybe he knows about a path that we don't know about that he can still try. Vic's getting a little beat up here. Let's pass through cave. Oh, okay. Home's really close to a level, so he doesn't want to take a game over. He's gonna try and farm these Magos. Vix just grabbed boots. Vix just grabbed boots out of Heart Container Cave. So
very good.
In this segmented part of the West. So
he did confirm in the setup room he has no up A. So
okay, well,
gonna be a little rough for him.
That's advantage Homewrecker in terms of getting back to the beginning of Palaces for routing. That sucks. That's unfortunate. I have also played seeds where my up A didn't work. It's no fun. So Vix has found another item cave. This is P-Bag Cave. Vix already just leaving P-Bags on the ground. Magic jar, full magic container is nice.
Yeah, especially because like with dash, the more magic that we have, the better off we are.
Yeah.
Really gain some extra speed by just spamming dash, especially when it gets extremely cheap.
I wonder if that was a mistake on Vix's part, leaving that. Like, there are 1,000-point P-bags in the pool, and you're just leaving them on the ground? Like, what is that?
Yeah. I mean, he may also be a little off his game since the controller malfunction was going on.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Holmes found his way now through the back of Fairy Cave to the other part of this segmented west. Usually in a caldera biome on the west, it is segmented, which means that one of the pass-through caves or sometimes a continental connector will take you to the rest of the continent. You see a piece of it, and then the caldera, and then the rest of it is somewhere else, somewhat detached.
It did seem like Vix may have just been able to upgrade, because he definitely was in an encounter and then just went back to the continue. So maybe he's got a workaround for it.
Okay, yeah, he might have figured something out. Home just picked up Reflect, which in this game is the equivalent of the Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield,
so,
yeah.
Mirror Shield hype for Home, everyone.
Mirror Shield hype?
He'll argue with you about it, but they literally just told him it strengthens the shield, and then when you see it in use, it reflects beams. So that's basically a mirror shield.
Yeah, and it usually changes your sprite palette, and sometimes it can make it golden. So, you know, that's just further evidence.
That is the shield spell, not the reflect spell, but that's very good.
It's fine.
Okay, Homewrecker has found P-Bag Cave here. He's gonna get a magic jar. I don't think. Oh, see, okay, he did not leave the P-Bag on the ground and got 1,000 points.
Yeah. Gonna still attribute Vix's leaving that there to just being out of sorts a little bit.
I mean, I think we should just attribute Home picking it up to the fact that he's a coward.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe Vix is like giving him more free handicap.
Vix has gone into the starting palace like 2 or 3 times now. It's kind of funny. Okay, Vix is gonna go in this time. He didn't know. He didn't go in the first time, but you're gonna see right away. It's Palace 6. He's going for it. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Hopefully we're blocked out of this one too, and they just actually have to find Maze Island.
What do you mean, hopefully? Hopefully they can just find
this is a dead end.
do attack 3 Barba.
This is a dead end. Vix is not going to check it out. He doesn't care. There could be a P-Bag, there could be a key, there could be junk or nothing at the end of that hallway.
The chances of it being not worthwhile are much higher than it being.
So Home has boots now, so he can walk on water. Boots are not nerfed in these flags. They're not bad like they were last year. He can walk on all the water.
Not just specific water.
So one new thing that we have this year in Max Rando and in the randomizer in general is the ability to set climates, I believe they're calling them. Yeah, climates. So that kind of determines the tile distribution on the overworld map, like how much grass to forest to swamp to desert to yellow path that you have. And the climate for Max Rando for this year's tournament is chaos. So that is why there is, on the overworld map, there are so many different, like, kind of littler, very varied sections of tiles. And you don't see, like, big swamps or big forests. Like, that's the chaos climate setting. Home found a candle in Medicine Cave. And Vix found the item room here in P6.
Hi.
So Home, once again, more evidence.
Oh no! Container?
I mean, is it a full container or is it a jar? Did you see? He's going back for it. It's got to be. Okay, yeah. If he's going back for it, it's a full container for sure. With Dash in the pool, they're gonna want all the magic that they can get.
Yeah, full magic.
So they can, yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Home taking attack 4. So that 1,000-point P-Bag really helped Home take some levels up over Vix. Might make a difference, might not. I don't know. They're pretty equally matched combat-wise. Okay, home also heading into P6. Vix is
Really
not...
interesting between the two setups, how much color variation there is for the same palace.
It's, you know, that's a thing that happens with this randomizer depending on whether you, like, so home plays on a NES Classic, homebrewed NES Classic. Oh, Glover Fairy block in that room that Vix just found. And Vix plays on some kind of, he plays on original hardware with an EverDrive, I do believe. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of color variance because while the NES Classic is kind of hardware, it's really an emulator that home is playing on under the hood. It's just Nintendo's approved version of their emulator.
Yeah, which is ironic considering how angry they get over emulators, but we won't get into that.
Okay, this is a fun community room that Vix is in with a drop. He's not going to take it. I think he's maybe going to leave. It does look like he has figured out a workaround for up an A. I'm not sure what he did.
I'm wondering if he's moving his player 1 to player 2 back to player 1.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. I mean, if
he
that
says he has a workaround. That for as slow as that's going, it definitely seems like he's having to switch player 1 to player 2 back to player 1.
John C. Nintendo. I gave you 6 C's. This wasn't a random pick, was it, Royale? Look, Ty. We have a tradition that must be upheld. And that tradition is Vanilla Shuffle DM, where Vix is right now.
We did see a boulder, the Spec Rock boulder.
Okay, we saw the rock. Well,
yeah, it's below us, but we don't have a way like to technically.
It does. I mean, it looks like it's below us, but this is shuffled, so these caves are not in the order that they are in the vanilla game. They are not in any kind of logical order. You can go in one on the top and come in one out the bottom, and that's just how it is because it's shuffled and it's beautiful, and we love to see it.
Those are definitely words for it. I think not ones that Vix would use or home, but you know, those are definitely descriptors for what this is.
They knew this was coming. They knew it. Home at least has the candle, so when he goes back here, because Vix has figured out there's nowhere else he can go. We've seen a raft tile. We don't have a raft. There's no other option. So the nice thing about Vanilla Shuffle DM is it's still vanilla. There are connectors in here. There are 2 connector caves in here. This is their exit off of the Western continent, and they don't have a choice. They have to take it. Vix has figured it out. Home has also now figured it out, and he's gonna have a little bit of an easier time just being able to see what's coming at him. You know, you can't always do anything about it, like you just saw. Like he definitely saw the bouncy cat and ended up in the lava anyways, but
just took a bath in the drink.
You know, what is it that they were saying earlier in his chat during that Mario 3 seed live laugh lava bath?
Yes.
It applies to many randomizers. Okay, so I wonder if they're gonna find the rock area before they find an exit cave away from here. This is also can be extremely difficult to keep track of where you've been.
Yeah.
Some of the enemies respawn. The large enemies don't respawn, so that's why a good strat, especially when you can't see, is to just kill everything. Because that way if you end up in a cave you've already been in and there's no large enemies and only like some of them are there again, you know, hey, like this is only small enemies, I've probably been here already. Sometimes small enemies can be large enemies in this flag set though, because the pools are mixed. So you might end up with a large enemy in the small enemy pool. It happens sometimes.
Okay, well, this is a fun exit out of that cave. Oh. Found the shoreline.
Yeah, that's prime Hylian real estate. It's the lakefront, the oceanfront property there. Yeah, if this was vanilla, that would be our shortcut. If this was just a vanilla Death Mountain. Hey, get wrecked!
End.
Get wrecked! Get wrecked, nerd! Haha.
And the slow walk back.
Yeah.
Is that just all of that unwalkable water?
Correct. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, what a pain.
That is boundary.
Yeah, what a pain.
That is boundary line. You cannot walk on the water on the edges of vanilla DM. You can walk on that little water like above there. They can walk on that, but it won't do any good.
That's just rude.
No, they're
fall into this same trap too.
Oh, what a shame. At least he's getting 150 XP from that red Dyra. That's a lot. That's very good. Kind of at the point where it's getting hard to farm for XP. He's gonna probably both these runners really are gonna take most of their levels through. Yep, he's gonna do it. I mean, you have to do it. You know, you're looking for the rock. There's an item there. You're looking for a way out of here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what the hell? How did Vix find this first? Okay, I'm sorry. We've entered Bizarro World. Where nothing is real, and the points are all fake, and everything is upside down or whatever. Vix has found Maze Island first. How the hell did this happen?
Oh man, it's a pretty nice advantage too, considering what we know is over here.
Yeah, okay. Well, we know there's a cave. We know there's a bridge. And we know there's a glove somewhere. There's 2 items, 2 drop downs on the maze. In the vanilla game, they are a full magic container and the kidnapped child. In the randomizer, they can be everything, anything, and we got a hint, so we know one of them is the glove. Whose Maze Island is it anyways? Yeah, indeed, Cody. Okay, so here's one item. This is where normally the child is in the vanilla game.
Thank God oh, and it's the glove.
Okay, so Vix first to the glove. This is quite an advantage. Home is still kind of following in Vix's footsteps, finding his way through this Death Mountain.
There still could be other progression here too, though. Vic's still looking around.
Welcome, Raiders. Raid from Daria Song. I hope I did not butcher your name too much. Welcome on in. We're playing some Zelda 2 Randomizer, Max Rando, for the last game of the day here for this NissanTV 2025. So this is Palace 5 here. It's on the maze. It has the same column toppers as Palace 2, but when you hit the jar, you don't get anything. Or when you hit the statue, you get no jars. When you hit the Palace 2 statue, you always get a red jar. So that's how we tell those apart.
We've got a freeze up on Restream.
Yeah, not sure what's going on with Home.
Yeah.
His stream is still running, but yeah, okay. Maybe he just paused for a minute? I don't know. Who knows? No, we'll just blame Home, Nissan. It's not your fault ever. It's Home's fault. Okay, so the bridge goes to the east. Desert tile with junk.
Tavarius would have been there 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, pretty easily, I think. Palace 4. We know it's...
And Vix has a glove. And
yeah,
the key.
I think...
like, this is a pretty easy just jump in.
Yeah, I think he's gonna... Yep, he is gonna go for it. I mean, they need to place all 6 gems. His levels are... Like, his attack level's a little bit low, but palaces are a good opportunity to do some leveling up.
Well, and as far as bosses go, your attack level's not going to mean anything on this one anyway, so...
That's true. And he also hasn't placed any gems, like, at this point, with the amount of XP they need for level ups, like, we're probably going to see these guys take most of their levels with gem placement and not with farming XP.
Vix definitely isn't afraid to burn gems, though, if he feels like he's in a good enough position.
No, I think we're not going to see that until he gets to at least attack 5.
And
okay,
Home found the glove.
Very good. Not too far behind Vix grabbing the glove. And I'm interested to see if Home is going to check out the cave. I'm wondering if like they know that cave probably just goes back to Death Mountain, because that's usually how it works with the vanilla shuffled. Or if we're going to see him go for that bridge. Vix didn't find the second item over here.
What a shitty hallway this is.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
Golly,
it's dead end.
Two
Doom Knocker. Yeah, Iron Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a dead end. There's nothing here. That was dumb. Okay, I didn't see... Yeah, Home's gonna go into Palace 5 before he explores any of the connectors here. I think given he's got an attack level and he's a magic level on Vix, okay, instant Guma. I think this is a good decision for him.
God, what an absolute like fast track.
Yeah, so in the Max Rando flag settings, the palaces continue after the boss, which means that there are pretty good chances for quick bosses because the whole palace can just be behind the boss. I don't think we're going to see Home Wrecker go for an item here. I don't think. We'll see. I think he's probably...
A quick peek.
He may look to see if it's just beyond the boss. You know, if he actually kills the boss.
Get one over on him, yeah.
Vix has found the item, meanwhile, in Palace 4.
Yeah,
it is a 1-up.
It's a Link doll.
Yeah, I mean, given that we started with items, we started with a bunch of heart containers, so we're gonna see a decent amount of junk fill. You know, we started with the child, the water of life, the magic key, and then 6 hearts, so two more hearts than what we normally start with. So that's...
Yeah, Vix, you do have the glove. You can get through there.
He forget. It's easy to forget the stuff.
I feel like he had to contemplate it for a second. Either that, or he was trying to look at his spell list and desperately hoping that life would suddenly show up.
Oh yeah, possibility. Okay. Home takes Guma down.
Ooh, 1,000 P bag.
Yeah, 1,000 points for killing Guma. I mean, it's not gonna get him to a next level.
No, Vix just also got one.
Oh, so... Vix got a 1,000-point P bag. Nice.
Yeah, like natural drop. So.
Okay, get through this room now. Maybe kind of worked
bad
at
it
a bit.
But yeah.
This room can be challenging when, this is fun. This is a fun room. It is, depending on what way you enter it, it is downstab and glove required or fairy required.
We have found Karak.
Yeah, Vix is ahead. So we see Karak is shooting beams up and down and in sine waves. This is the harder Karak, and you know, you would never normally see runners take a death to Karak. Oh hey, it's corrupted Horsehead Guma.
Very good. He's swinging the back half of his head at you.
This is what happens when sprite palettes get messed up in Z2. You end up with abominations like this. That was a
That
quick
was
item
lovely.
behind the
$10.
boss. This Palace 5 is
Pretty free.
actually kind of, yeah, easy game for babies.
Oh, and it's a 1,000-point P-back, but
And he's
P-back
gonna waste it.
nonetheless. Yep,
He's
and
gonna waste it up an A, and he's gonna. I wonder if he's going to actually try and find that second item before he leaves here, or if he's just gonna go for a connector. Okay, Vic's not burning gems yet.
Yep.
Rebo Shark is also my favorite sprite abomination, Amanda.
Rebo Shark's kind of the best. Love it.
So, for you tech nerds in chat, the reason that happens is because Palaces 1, 2, and 5 share a memory bank and certain sprite patterns. Horsehead is the boss in 1, Guma is the boss in 5. Sometimes they have an abomination baby as a mini boss. That's basically why it's because of the shared the way palaces share memory in this game. Hey, it's a flute. Probably useless.
Probably, but you know.
I
hate how well that works. Rebo Shark, doot 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 doot.
Stop now. This may be your first and last Z2R comms tank. Oh, home, you don't have upstab. You can't upstab the spider, they just knock you into the lava, my dude. These are horrible encounters. There are invisible Moas flying eyeballs in here that are beating home up. He can't see them because he doesn't have the cross.
Needs to find religion.
Yeah, Vix is going back for Palace 5 and also the second item here, the flute on Maze Island. Alright, home into west. This is probably a volcano on the west. I'm thinking there's a lot of lava in random places, and that usually indicates volcano, which is the eastern version of a caldera, so that's super fun. Double caldera biomes and a vanilla shuffled Death Mountain. God, they're gonna hate me after this. We have to remind them we have to remind them when they're angry about some of those things that P5 was free and there were 1,000 pointers in the drop pool.
Yeah. Vix having much better fight. Granted, I think
he was up in it. Yeah, he does have an extra attack level, but yeah, he had the timing with those you can't downstab Guma, but you can use the downstab to boost off of him and then stab him in like his upper torso area where his hitbox is, if you get the timing right with the way he swings his flail. And Vix did a really nice job of showing us that.
Home did a really poor job of showing us that.
You know, Home tries his best.
Nah, he did alright. Guma just hits like a truck anyway.
He can, definitely. One of the harder bosses in the game. Home taking a death in this dead-end hallway.
Yeah.
Not sure why he's doing this, because he's not gonna double level in here.
Vix did this too.
Yeah, Vix did do this, and I really, this is a dead end, and if you don't, you should. Okay, Vix also making quick work of Guma Head here. I mean, that's fair, Tyler, but Vix also didn't recognize it. Like, neither one of them recognized it. I kind of like Home's route a little better here. Clearing out Maze Island before going to the east. We'll see if that makes any kind of difference. Vix has backtracked. He still hasn't found the second item, which is the flute. And I think he... Is he gonna bother? Is he gonna go back? No. Yeah, he's just gonna say, screw it, and go back to the east. Flute probably doesn't make a difference here. Just, I think the chaos climate has something to do with that. We're probably not going to see a three-eyed rock in a caldera. And there will most likely be a way around any River Devil here, so
Especially
I don't.
since we already have boots.
Yes, yeah, we can walk on water here. All right, Vic's gonna give the thirsty like this lazy woman cannot walk 3 feet to get water. You give it to her, and then she lets you talk to her drunk uncle in the basement. Life spell is for cowards.
Well, they've both lived up to that moniker a few times.
It's true.
Vix just admits it.
I mean, the fun thing is, though, in Max Rando, life spell maybe only heals for 1 bar, so,
Yeah.
They might still get screwed. Let's see, this is a pass-through cave that Vix has found. I think he's gonna take it, check out where it goes. Home is going to not do this room literally any better than Vix did. Yeah, you have jump, dude. Please use it. Okay.
Yeah,
This game, I mean, so the hitboxes for blocks are a little wonky, but that was silly. Not sure what kind of progress Vix made with this pass through. Okay, this is Darunia. Vix is gonna grab upstab while Home fights Karok. We already have the spell, and thus the kidnapped child that would usually get us the spell in this town.
Which, thank God, because that kid can get shucked.
Yeah, you'd think that at some point Hylian CPS would come in and be like, you know what, this kid keeps running away, like, you just can't have him anymore, but they keep giving him back.
I feel like there's a reason he keeps running away, and we just bring him back, and he probably just hates us for it, so we should really just leave him alone and let him stay in the cave.
So as everyone can see here, the reflect spell makes your shield reflect things much like a mirror would. just want to throw that out there. Vic's grabbing upstab through the secret Darunia chimney. He's Santa Clausing into their house to talk to the knight.
Being a home invader, much like Santa Claus is.
Yeah, it's okay. Horsehead neighs with the cross. Okay, so if you find Palace 1, you can see the invisible. Yeah, you can see the invisible enemies that kill you on the east. Hey, water tile.
I think it's water tile, yeah.
Yeah, we have boots, so we can do that.
Item here. Probably another pea bag, maybe?
Yeah, could be an item, could be garbage. Yeah, okay, the trophy. So that gives them spell, which would give them an item in New Kasuto. I'm not sure that we're going to see them necessarily go back for that. It's not. At this point, I'm trying to think. I think we're just kind of in Find Palace Go mode.
Yeah.
I mean, we need Fairy Spell, probably.
Granny giving out free help today, at least to Vix.
Oh, and to Home as well.
50 bag.
Yeah. So this is good. Yeah, this is gonna make Home angry. He already hates grannies. So he's not gonna be happy at all about that. But
it's a vendetta against grannies for some reason.
Vix at least did not stab Granny in the face. He just took the pea bag and went on his merry way. Wow, Home also cowarding, picking up life.
I'm a coward. Well, GP.
GP just chilling. Okay, hey, there's that other raft tile. So
yeah, I mean,
raft going from west to east.
Yeah, I think finding Raft would like speed maybe some back and forth up, but other than that, like, yeah, like we can just find everything else that we need. So probably never gonna see spell or turning that trophy in.
Yeah, I think the only palace we haven't seen so far is Palace 1. And we know that this biome is a volcano, so we are looking for an entrance to Valley of Death. And that is going to be, since we have seen all the other palaces, that is where our Palace 1 is today. GP is on the coast in the east. We've seen Palace 4 in the east. Palace 5 is on the maze. We've seen Palace 2 in the west, and 3 in the west, and 6. So, well, actually, Home has 3 marked. I don't know that Vix ever saw Palace 3. Vix saw 6 in the west. I don't know that he ever saw 3. Home is saying he saw both. I don't think we've actually seen 3 yet. I think they've only seen 6. So one could actually. So we are still looking for the entrance to the Valley of Death, though, because there is a palace in there.
I think that might have been it.
I think so, yeah. On Vix's screen over to the right there, yeah. Which Home is gonna fight it soon. He's gonna take this pass through. I think it's gonna put him where over on the part of the he's gonna put him by where Vix is. Okay, Vic's showing us the fairy feet trick there, where you can kind of screen wrap. 2 encounters in a row though, so he was going for the encounter skip and didn't get it. Fairy feet works by turning yourself into a fairy, flicking your little fairy sprite 1 pixel off of the screen, and then pushing the D-pad in the opposite direction. And it can be used to skip all kinds of stuff. Alright, Homewrecker also finding Darunia, getting upstab, gonna refill his life, probably magic too, yeah.
Rude.
All 3 encounters. You don't always see all 3 of them when it is a Volcano East. Sometimes you get lucky, and since it's a shorter Death Valley entrance, sometimes you get lucky and maybe only get 2 encounters of the 3, but no, we got all 3 of them today. So this is Palace 1 in the Valley of Death. No, Tyler, that's what he names his file all the time when he plays with this sprite, but KekF was a home stream meme before this sprite was a thing. Hey, home, you know. So Upstab makes these particular encounters that Home is in, these eastern encounters with the lava, much easier. Especially when you don't have the cross, which Vix is going to pick up right now. Because you can upstab and hit things that you can't see, and it's helpful. Home just took out an enemy that could have bopped him right into the lava, so that was very nice. Vix shouldn't be too long in this Palace 1. This is the shortest palace in the game. And in the randomizer, the palaces can roll up or down a percentage of rooms. A 1 bar life heal, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so these cowards get what they deserve for picking up life in the first place. Get wrecked. But yeah, here's our boss. We've already found the item, so Vix will be done with this palace completely after this. But yeah, in the randomizer, the palaces can roll up or down a percentage of their normal vanilla rooms, so they might have fewer rooms than normal, they might have a few more than normal. It's never going to be super far off. Yeah, Vix is kind of putting on a clinic for some really good combat here. These hitboxes are wonky, it takes a decent amount of practice. Ha! Home hasn't picked up the magic container. He needs one more. He's so angry. He just stabbed Granny in the face. Get wrecked, dude. That's what you get. That's what you get for disrespecting grannies.
Now I kind of want him to find another magic container so he can come back and get his
And get
just
the 50p.
reward. Yeah.
Get the 50p. So Homewrecker thinks that the Granny and New Kasuto should just help him regardless of how many magic containers he has. Because he is the hero of Hyrule. He doesn't think he should have to work for it at all. His very entitled attitude as far as I'm concerned. In the vanilla game though, there are magic container requirements for all of the spells on the East. You need 5 to get the spell in Naburu, 6 to get the spell in Darunia, 7 to get the spell in New Kasuto, and 8 to get the spell in Old Kasuto. And they will just tell you to fuck off if you don't have the magic containers in the vanilla game. They'll just be like, yeah, we can't help you. Go get more magic.
Go get good. Oh, Home just got himself another magic.
I hope he goes back.
I do too. The amount of anger that he will have at getting a 50p bag, it's gonna be monumental. Might actually hear him bitching all the way from where he is.
Yeah, cross-country bitching. It could happen. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna be so disappointed.
You deserve my help. Get your just reward, Home.
And it's only 50. I can hear him right now in my head talking his crap.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't just wait for her to like come back out the door so he could stab her some more.
So he could stab her again? Yeah, that would be on brand. Oh, Vix saves it. He saves it. Those little Mews and the little red and blue bits and bots, they are the actual worst enemies in the game. They look
you way
harmless.
More than the chickens ever do.
They look harmless and they will just murder you. So, Vix also finding that's the vanilla room in Palace 5 in the vanilla game, the false wall room. It can appear in any palace. It can appear more than once in these flags. That was good room recognition. Okay, Home doesn't have the magic for Fairy here, so he is gonna get booped into the lava by Scorpion Max. Vix, I think, found what has to be a dead end on that set because he just came back.
Yeah. Home trying desperately for that fairy feat.
Yeah, he usually gets it this way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he normally gets it. It's just he really didn't want to have to do that again.
It's 1 pixel movements are difficult. Vix is having a time in this palace here. I think this is Palace 6, if I'm not mistaken. It feels much too long to be Palace 3. Oh, he's not gonna risk it. He's not gonna risk the...
Yep, he's just like, I've got the life, I can take the hits, I'm just going.
Yep. I don't blame him. It's more important to just get to the palace at this point. Okay. Home finds Palace 1. Vix still looking for Barba here. Boss Barba. Barba Streisand. The dragon from hell. Boss Bass Barba. Oh, goodness. I feel like Vix has either looped or has backtracked here. I feel like we've seen this. Home is definitely picking up the cross. He, I think, is sick of getting booped by invisible Moas in those lava encounters.
Yeah.
Okay, Vix found an item room in P6. I think he found that item. I think he found that item room when he was here before.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because they were glove blocked out of here. They came in. They both came in here and explored a decent amount of B6 and were glove blocked.
Yeah, we're at the point now where it actually makes sense to just ignore P bags, because even with thousands in the pool, you're not gonna hit 3,000 unless you.
No,
been in somewhere
honestly,
a very long time.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least Vix start burning gems here pretty soon.
Yeah.
These levels are plenty good enough for both of these runners. Like 556, 566, good enough for either one of them to beat this game. I don't know that Home doesn't often burn gems. He likes to have the levels, but Vix will start burning them right around this point. I wouldn't be surprised if 3070 isn't another attack level. I wouldn't be surprised to see him burn it here.
Yeah,
but honestly,
the thunder there.
Yeah, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. I mean, he's only placed 3 gems, so might be feeling a little bit behind here. Look, Ty, I mean, they could still finish it around when you did. An hour 13 isn't bad for a 6 gem seed.
Realistically, Vix is just in go. I mean, they both are. They
just have to beat the dungeons. That's all.
Yeah, just taking their time getting there.
Easy game. It's fine. How do we get to see Obscure and Alex do Link to the Past bingo race? I think that's a great idea. We should incentivize that somehow. I have a great goal list with some fun weights for bingo seeds. Yeah. No, Alex, it'll be fun. It's fine. It'll be fun.
You'll love it. You can play Dad Keys with Crocs.
That's terrible, Tank. Don't ever say that. That is unfortunately the name of the bingo mode. Okay. Home going into P2 in the Caldera. While Vix is Barba Streisand for Vix.
Vix gonna be a Barba Whisperer today.
Let's see. Barba's looking a little bit beefy on attack 5.
Beef up.
Oh, he's doing the cheese, the upstab cheese. When she comes up there in that middle and faces to the right, you can cheese under. Wow, Vix, you better be careful, son.
Yeah, she's hitting like a truck.
She's hitting like a truck.
Yeah. She's a brick house.
Nice fight otherwise, though, from Vix.
Yeah.
Honestly, given how beefy she is, I don't know if I burn that gem. Maybe I actually take this level here, no matter what it is, if I'm him.
Probably life. Oh, nope,
he's swagging it. He's swagging it. Yep, I was right the first time. Vix is like, get wrecked, gotta go fast. Cast dash, burn gems, I'm out of here.
And dash is really cheap now, so.
Yeah, well, and I did not tell them beforehand that Ty finished this seed in an hour 13 because I didn't want them to metagame it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either one of them are going to beat his time. I think it's going to be pretty close. Okay, home breaking the glove block in P2.
I think Vix would have had a decent shot at it if he didn't have to spend literally 5 or 6 minutes fighting with his.
Oh my god, okay. Helmet Head was just. That's true. Vix did lose probably a good 5 minutes to controller issues, which sucks for him. Also, Helmet Head is just free behind this glove block in P2. The elevator that had the glove blocks on the right and the left. That left side is just break the glove block, go up another elevator. Free palace. I don't really think we should see either one of them looking for items anymore. Yeah, Home's not going to burn gems because that's just not who he is as a person. Vix forgot that this room is just a dead end on that side. Oh, Vix, please. Okay, he did manage to save it. Home's trying to get that level. I think 3260 is the attack level, and I'm pretty sure Home wants it. He's trying to farm here. Not quite enough off that Southos.
It's like, where are those 1,000-point P bags that were here before? Give me one of those.
Both runners taking advantage of the dash spell. Help get them through this palace much quicker. Honestly, Home, yeah, just farm. Just farm these guys. 20 points apiece. Easy. Just one more. If you can, you know, not get booped. Okay, so 3070 was the life level. Yeah, we're not going to see Vix take any more levels here if he's already burning gems. He's just looking for bosses.
I'm starting to finally make liberal use of
Oh no, Vix, the other way. Vix doesn't realize he's already seen the right side of this room. Okay, he did realize. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I think Dash is probably super cheap. It's probably like 8 at this point. I think it's using like half a bar. One magic bar is 16 magic points, and I think Dash is down to like 8 at magic 6, so... That's what happens to the dash spell. It gets super cheap the higher your magic levels get, especially like after magic 5, there's usually a big drop. Which is really nice, especially when these runners go into GP. It'll be nice for them to be able to just power through a lot of the rooms with dash. Yeah. It can also be pretty funny, depending on the enemy set.
Dash always on tournament win?
It should happen. I think there would probably be like 2 people that enter it, but it should happen.
And then every race that they would have would still be glorious to watch. You'd probably get more than 2. Bet Vix and Home and probably a couple others would at least join at a minimum. Ty. I feel like Chad Burt and some of those others would probably get in on it for funsies.
Yeah, maybe. It might be more fun to do as like a showcase as opposed to an actual tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, this room is a lot of fun here for Home. You can't cast Fairy in here to save you because you cannot punch the blocks as a Fairy. So like, he was gonna try and cast it, he'd have to go out and back in.
Yeah, like it'll save you the life because you can go all the way back out where you came from. But it does not let you go forward unless you have broken those blocks.
Oh, heckin' hype!
Oof.
20 gift subs at tier 1 from Noe1.
Indeed.
Super fucking hype. Get in on the scam train, folks, if you want your scam train emotes. Choo choo.
Programmer with 1,000 biddies.
Okay, both of these runners, I think, are in Palace 3 on the west. This is Vix's last gem that he has to place. I think Homewrecker still has to do Palace 6, so he's a Palace behind somehow, even though Vix had a bunch of controller issues. Like, okay. But yeah, we are approaching the end of this fine Max Rando seed. Vix is in this fun room that Home was just in. Had a little bit better RNG with those bubbles than Home had. Did not get booped. Home is back in this room and has cast Shield. Which is not gonna help him. I mean, it helps him take less damage. It's not gonna help him if he's in the wrong position and gets booped into the lava. So, Vix taking a death there.
Finally.
This room that Vix is in, I hate this room. I hate those big jumps, and there's always either MOAs or bubbles in here. It's just a dumb room. But Vix is finding the boss first. Home is right behind him, so Vix will be first into GP though, because he is done with Palace 6 and Home still has to go do that.
More hype in chat, more biddies, and another 10 sub bomb.
Holy moly! Everyone's showing love for Nissan Alex tonight. You love to see it. Okay, well, I better get in on this scam train. No, I can't resist. Alright. Vix has placed his final gem. He's gonna take the life level.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're heading to GP, might as well.
Is he actually looking for an item behind here? What does he think he's gonna find? Like,
Another magic container?
maybe? We haven't seen any further heart containers. They started with these 6, and that might be all they get. That's part of the Max Rando fun. There might be the other 2 in the pool. There could be one more. There might not be any more, so I'm not sure. Yeah, Vix is gonna say, nope, he did not find an item. That was a dead end. He's just gonna go for it. Homewrecker doing the exact same thing here, looking for probably another magic jar, maybe another heart container, who knows what, behind the boss
Prudish
here.
over here in chat trying to use other people's generosity to blackmail Nielsen into doing the bingo race.
I mean, look.
Very good. I approve.
You have to ask, otherwise the answer's always no. So my favorite part of this is they did never find the raft. So we do have to take this Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain
all the way
back to Maze Island, back to the east. Vix knows the way now, but it's still fun. I feel like maybe if we do this next year, we turn on hot mics for Vanilla Shuffle DM.
Yeah, we could just let them both hot mic each other and talk in chat and hear them both bitch and complain about it. That would also just be good.
I'm not sure. Yeah, Home, what are you doing? Like, why are you looking for an item here? You're in go mode. Just leave. Leaving? Oh, look, Legendary Moon just paid 100 bits to bully Alex and Fish into bingo. I think that's probably all it takes right there is 100 bits and a request from Moon. That's all it should take. Home needs to fluff. Yeah, he can't help himself, right? We already know. Home loves to fluff. Alright, Palace 6 for Home. Vix is making his way to GP. Okay, gates up at 1:11:21. Rando time. Let's see what we've got here. So, because this is Max Rando, Thunderbird may be required. Thunderbird may not be required. Darklink could be the 3rd room in, and we never see Thunderbird. This could be a long GP with 60 rooms. We do not know. So far, we've seen 3 chickens, though, so that makes me happy.
Generally, if you want to see a fun GP, you want a long one with Thunderbird required. But with Max, it's not always going to happen that way. Sometimes you think it's going to be that, and your opponent just finds the route and finds Darklink behind nothing. So
yeah, and Vix did go right, which is kind of the meta is bosses to the right, items to the left in most palaces.
Unless you're Chroma.
Yeah, there are some runners in the community that have made reputations for themselves by going left. or going left specifically when they feel behind. Vix using jump in this what we call a waffle room to get around these enemies without actually freeing them. Okay, so home
finding another magic container.
Yeah, he did find one in Palace 6 here. Vix got this one earlier. I don't know which one home got that Vix did not get, but he definitely does have an extra magic container over Vix. Not finding Barba any faster, though. Which is just giving Vix an exploration advantage here in GP.
Oh,
okay, this
fun.
is a fairy required room. Yeah, Vix didn't have the magic for it, so he's got to take a death.
Fairy still reasonably expensive at Magic 6.
Yeah, not everything drops. It is so in the randomizer, it is dependent on the spell, how much it costs, and how much it either rolls up or down. Oh yeah, he wants to see.
Jar. Yep.
Yeah, try and get a red jar to
is
refill
a
his magic.
50-50 chance of a angry chicken or a full magic restore jar.
Yeah, and as long as you don't kill the chicken, you can keep doing it over and over again until you get the magic.
There
Just like that. Home putting Dash to work here in Palace 6 on the Barba hunt. I think he's looped here, yeah.
Give me the loot, give me the loot.
Yeah, this P6 is not great. Like there definitely
it was
some
not
nasty loops in here.
And P6 is generally awful under all circumstances, but this one was.
Yeah, it's the second longest
gross.
Palace in the vanilla game. Palace 5 is the longest. Palace 6 is the second longest.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to take the hit there.
Yeah, that was just kind of bad enemy placement. Not a whole lot you could do in that instance. Home finding another dead end in here. Vix casting jump so he doesn't have to toe pick these giant 4-tile jumps.
Yeah, you can make it without jump, but man, is it difficult.
It's scary. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
You have to basically walk off the edge and then jump. That blue chicken is giving Vix the business. Yeah, he just jebaited him into there. He could respawn depending on where his spawn point was before. You know, when you jebait the enemies, yeah, like that, into lava pits or down elevator shafts, yeah, they can respawn on you. Yeah, this has been a satisfying GP so far from the chat perspective.
I don't think Shield's gonna save you here, buddy.
No, he's most definitely Oko.
You would have been.
I think he's also on his last life.
He would have been better off if he would have spent that on the 1 bar of life if he had enough for it.
Okay, I do not remember. I think Vic saw this room from the other side, and I don't think I ever took the drop in here. Like, I don't know where home has gone in this P6, but we never saw this from VixRyder.
Yeah.
Vix definitely did see the other side of this room.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Came in from this side and noped out.
Okay, yeah, I have no idea how home found that room from that way, but I think this is the right path for home now. I think.
Still not finding T-Bird or Darklink. Elevator 2, another going left still.
Home's still looking for Barba in this P6. Okay, Vix found a dead end. He's gonna walk it back. Is he? Yeah, he's gonna walk it back. Okay. Home found his way back to start. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if Home can tell Tyler, because he seems to be having a struggle today on remembering where
I
he's
mean,
not
so
been.
here's the thing, Tyler, is it's not always easy. It does seem really difficult, but when you are playing it, it's amazing how much you actually do remember from what you've seen in the paths you've taken. It's just, you know, sometimes you get the palaces like this with a lot of repeating rooms and loops, and it does just kind of throw you and kill your routing. Boy, this is a room that Vix is in here. Yeah, he's gonna say no thank you and look for a different path. I don't know how many more options he has, but that room was pretty nasty. There was a blue chicken on the other side of that waffle that had a spicy chicken in it. He's just gonna, yeah, he's gonna up an A. Gosh, Home has seen this room so many times. That's always a dead end to the left there on Home's screen. I think Vix is actually, okay, yeah, Vix is going left here. Yeah, we already saw this though. He has to go back into this nasty room. There's no other way he can go. Oh, this is a different, okay, this is a different waffle room. This is less nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, the orange chickens, if you did want to let it out, orange chickens die to one hit.
Yeah, orange chickens are always OCO. I mean, they still hurt though. If,
yeah.
Well, and especially if they body you. It hurts more when they body you. Oh,
T-Bird.
He's found T-Bird. I bet he's probably gonna fight T-Bird here. I think.
Yep. Well, he's gonna die to T-Bird first.
Yeah, so he can cast Thunder.
Yeah. But he's got to be careful because he really doesn't have a lot of lives.
No, and I think we were seeing so in GP there is no large enemy drop pool. There's only a small enemy drop pool, and we haven't really seen too many small enemies like the snakes, the ropes, the flying heads, so the raw heads. The chickens aren't part of a drop pool, any of them, and we saw 1-ups earlier, and I think they were just maybe in the large enemy drop pool because we haven't seen any in here. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Vic's doing a pretty decent job at this fight.
Yeah, this is nice. What Vix is doing here is called a pendulum strat, where it's really common in the randomizer, where you don't fight T-Bird with attack 8, as opposed to some of the speedruns where you do. He's setting T-Bird up over on the right side of the screen, and he is moving back and forth pretty consistently, trying to keep T-Bird from doing that and resetting on one side or another, keeping him at his lowest point in the middle of the screen so you can stab him in the head.
Also keeping him off the side of the screen makes his fireballs despawn, but when you're doing this back and
on
forth,
the right
you
side.
get a pretty predictable gap that you can shoot to not get hit. Okay. Full magic restore.
Let's see what's behind here.
Nope.
Dead end.
Ooh, T-Bird not required.
Not even a little bit. That was not the way. All right.
And back in we go.
I am concerned now that Vix it's possible that Vix's only other real option is that nasty waffle room. I don't know how much of this left side he's explored, but we'll see. We'll see. We cannot enter
waffle room, but it's not impossible. So like he might just have to go take the shot at it.
Yeah, and I think he's headed back down there right now. Yeah, and so currently the way the base ROM is coded, you cannot, the base vanilla game is coded, you cannot enter a boss fight room from the right side of the screen when you are walking to the left. So that does make a difference in like where we know Dark Link can be. Like for instance, Vix could not have just gone to the left and walked to the left and walked into Dark Link's room. That's not how this game works.
Yeah.
At least not right now.
Yeah, not right now. I think it's being actively looked into to make getting to bosses more interesting, but for right now, that is.
The devs have talked about it. That basically is, yeah, it's going to take some major reworking.
That's gotta feel a little bad. He just
burned
no 2
no.
life spells and then immediately see a fairy. Like you could have just burned it on jump, but you would have needed to use or makes doing this room more easy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would
and gotten the fairy.
Help the room and actually refill your entire life instead of just 2 bars.
Yep. There's a rope.
Home still okay. Home has finally found Barba. Wow, I thought Vix was in here for a long time. I think Home was actually in this P6 for longer than Vix was.
Another left.
Yeah, Vix has options here on the left side of GP. This is a fairy required room. Vix is gonna have to either die or find a different way.
It's gonna be pretty rough if that's the
Home cast jump, and he's trying to jackhammer Barba, and it's going about as you would expect.
I mean, the biggest thing, like, if he doesn't fall in the lava, like, props to him for getting any jackhammering in, because that's the biggest problem.
He got a couple in. Oh, there's a few more. There's a few more. GG's, Home. Well done. Don't get booped.
Ooh.
That was very close. Home, don't get booped.
I clinched a little there.
Okay. Vix comes back up here with enough magic to cast Fairy. This is a dead end. That sucks.
Ooh. Vix finding every way not to go. This is why, like, sometimes GP can just be the great decider, because there's always a chance, like, Home gets here and immediately just god routes into Dark Link since there's no T-Bird requirement.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible Home comes in and finds the route on his first time through and gets to Dark Link first. I don't think it's probable, given all that Vix has explored. I think he has... There are limits to what he has left in here. So, we'll see. Home does still also have to get back to GP.
Yeah.
Which is on the east.
Track.
This room is so dumb.
Sine wave heads are awful to begin with.
Well, yeah, and then you've got the lava pits.
Chickens,
the blue chickens.
Pits, yeah.
That was nice on Home's side, that mid-air stab of that bouncy cat.
Well, you had to get something nice against the bouncy cats eventually. They've been picking on him pretty hard tonight.
Yeah, that one definitely booped him more than once earlier. Stay trapped, chicken. Get wrecked. Oh, the self-eating spicy chicken. You love to see it. Nice fairy refill, nice especially fairy, since Vix just decided to take a rope tank to the face.
I mean, at least he killed it. Like, might be progressing, like pushing forward the small enemy pool, which might have a benefit.
I don't think. I think if we were going to see a drop, we would have seen one by now. Like, is Vix farming? Yeah, Vix is farming for... I'm not sure if it's magic or he's hoping there's a 1-up. We'll see. He's not going to farm anymore. I really think it was just the large enemy pool. That's good, though. Thunder. He had refilled him for fairy. This is a fairy required room, so...
Yeah, don't cast thunder instead of fairy, though.
Waste all your magic and then have to go back and farm some more? Yeah, that would be bad. It's possible he saw this room from the other side already. This could be a loop. It could be a duplicate room. Home speeding through this pass-through cave to get back to GP over here. That was unfortunate for Vix. At least he had magic for shield.
For going for the 50-50 jar.
Yeah, that was just bad. Like that didn't land great for him. He was unable to.
Yeah,
he had knocked that. Well, he walked too far over on that. So yeah, on the second block and had destroyed it, and that's when the chicken just falls on your head. Okay, so Vix has about 16 minutes, almost 16 full minutes of GP exploration over Home. This is excellent. I didn't get to GP in the seed, so I was a little worried it was going to be free, and it might still be free. But if it is, Vix has not found where it is free.
This is pretty far from free so far.
This is Vix. This is the way. Vix has found the way. I think Vix has come this way before. Oh, it's not Kappa. Very good.
Yeah, he's definitely been this way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what path he didn't check, but he definitely thinks there's something over here he hasn't seen yet. Get your 1 bar, buddy. Get your 1 bar of life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this room. He did this room before. He debated the blue guy down. Yep, like that.
Took a hit on that down one.
Meanwhile, Home is, you know, on his first trip into this fun. Very good, Home.
Full steam ahead.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is slightly bad for Home. He's getting booped left and right. Oh, it keeps respawning. He's not quick enough. Oh, Vix found the key door. Okay, so this is the only room in GP. This is a community room. You must have a key in this room. You cannot ferry through it. There's a glove block on both sides.
Ooh, that was a nice save on that King bot.
PH, welcome raiders from PH.
Oh, and we've got a Dark Link.
Oh, hey, Vix found Dark Link. Get wrecked, Home. I think this is 2 years in a row Vix beats Home. Alright, so this Dark Link fight is generally pretty free. Vix should be able to cheese this guy in the corner and not take a hit. He probably dies, yeah, I was gonna say.
Dies.
Yeah, he probably dies if he takes a hit. He's got a life, though, and now he can cast shield, so this is
completely free.
Yeah, this is a free fight now.
That would have been really awful if that would have been his last life, though.
Home is farming for magic here.
I mean, Home is, I think, on the right route.
Yeah, Home actually is on the right route right now.
Vix just found every wrong way to go first.
Yeah, that is. Vix, I think, pretty much full cleared this GP. I don't think there was a whole lot left for him to see.
And GG's in chat for
GG's, Mr. Ryder. Not sure if Home is going to finish this out. My guess is... Oh, they probably don't have a race room, do they?
Nope. We just 2-1 sent them on their way.
Oh, well, maybe we should just go tell him to stop so Nissan can go to bed.
Vix posted time, but I don't know if Home saw it.
GG's to Vix. Follow the runners. They put on a hell of a show for us tonight. Z2R is a super fun game, even though Z2 has a bad rap. The randomizer is definitely better than vanilla. So if you like retro randomizers, you should check this one out. And you should check out home_wrecker and VixRyder on twitch.tv because they both play this game and other randomizers somewhat frequently. Don't follow me, I don't stream. What is a bedge? Yeah, right. Sorry, Nissan. I thought they would be, you know, I thought they would be better than this. I guess I know now for next year.
Yep, we gotta maybe give them some more baby settings.
No, they just need to get good. They need to practice more.
I just wish there was a way that we could put the Triforce behind Granny. Just have a Granny Rush seed. Home would love that.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you, Tank.
It's been established and recognized for a long time.
Okay, well, Home is definitely on the path. He's in the key room. Like, he's right on top of Darkling. So he killed GP. He got wrecked in Palace 6. If he hadn't spent so long in Palace 6, he might win this, actually. This might come out differently. Like, he This is what we were talking about, GP the Great Equalizer. He walked in here and found the route immediately, did not get debated by anything. He just spent way too long in Palace 6. Yeah, Vix did spend 20 minutes total in GP and getting his controllers to work and still. And it was lucky that he won, though. Like, if Home had done any better in Palace 6, Home wins this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like I said, if Vix wouldn't have had to deal with
GG's,
controller
Home
issues,
wrecker.
I think it would have been a little bit closer to ties given time on that.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. GG's to both runners.
GG's to Home wrecker as well.
Defeating Dark Link. Well, in Home's case, Dark Jank, I guess. Not sure. We had talked about possibly a quick interview. And we will keep it quick because it is far, far past Nilsan Alex's bedtime. Hey, it's VixRyder.
Oh,
GG,
Vix.
sir.
Oh, hey, GG's.
Well done. That was a fun
Well
seed,
done.
huh?
That honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It wasn't as bad. There were 1,000-point P bags in the drop pool. P5 was free. I gave you an easy seed for babies.
There's Mr. Wrecker.
GG.
Are we here to talk? Are we here to talk about this abomination of a seed? This was
What?
absolute. What do you mean? What? What? Hey, hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? GP's right here. Hey, look, there's the raft hell. You gonna find the raft? No.
That sounds like a skill issue. You could have found the raft. You knew where the rest of the items were.
What? Somewhere in that disgusting DM, or it was locked behind spell tower. Neither of which I was gonna do. Actually, to be fair, that DM wasn't that bad. But
yeah.
No, once you figured out the route, the DM wasn't bad.
Oh goodness!
I got through DM pretty quickly. But
Home, you actually crushed GP. Vic spent 20 minutes in GP, and if you had not spent so much time in Palace 6, you probably just go into GP and wreck his ass.
Okay,
quite honestly.
I was just telling Vix this. That freaking room to Barba with the blocks, the fairy room. I thought I had done that room, but I did it in a different palace, and that's why when I found it the first time, I was like, "No, I've done this."
Oh no, that's super sad because you went in and god routed GP, and Vix saw all of GP.
Yep.
Oh
I gave everybody the grand tour of GP, including a 3-room Thunderbird that immediately goes to a dead end.
It was so good. Immediate dead end afterwards. You showed chat a really nice pendulum strat, though, Vic, so I appreciate that.
Go for it, Nissan.
Press the button, Nissan. Do it. It's your stream. You can do what you want. We love memes.
Unabridged penis.
Unabridged penis.
100% of my penis.
Okay, so unrelatedly, Tank and I had a chat about unabridged penises today, and that's all I'm going to say. No context needed.
I don't know if context wanted.
So I tried to drop that multiple times on Guma, but I died unfortunately.
Vix did also have about 5 minutes towards the beginning of the seed where he just couldn't do anything because he couldn't up A, and he was trying to fix that.
Yeah, no, and then 40 minutes later, I unplugged my player 2. So for a long time, I was switching my controller between port 1 and port 2 to up an A. And then all of a sudden, my second controller started working. So.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I wondered because at one point, your up and A's got much, much smoother. So I'm just like, okay, he must just be, the tech gods must be done cursing him.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to put what on
really
Guma?
easy. Just die a couple times because,
I had 4 lives at that
point.
Yeah,
I had 4.
Well.
He found a bunch. Yeah, he had found a couple 1-ups in the drop pool.
I tried to what Guma? I tried to drop my unabridged penis multiple times on Guma. I tried to jackhammer kill him. I couldn't make it work.
Exclamation mark quote ad, please. Exclamation mark quote ad. I tried to drop my unabridged penis on Guma.
Unabridged penis. 100% of my penis.
Thank you, AFG.
Oh, this is my favorite event of the whole year because
I
we get
love
to
it.
hear about unabridged penises and swear on stream.
GG's also. Vix.
Yeah, GG's to both of you. That was a hell of a race. Very fun, very entertaining.
As long as we put on a show, that's all I care about.
It was something, apparently. We weren't that far off.
Vix, also, I'm going to apologize to you because I said you were going to last locate Glove and never find Maze Island, and you actually found it first, so props.
Yep.
I was wrong.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that hint, I'm like, oh no, here we go again.
Also, GG's to Granny.
Oh no, fuck Granny. No, I'm sorry, Nissan, but I have to say, I have to get this out. Fuck that Granny. Do you have the 6 magic cars? No, fuck you. What do? Go a cave 5 blocks away.
100%
Yes.
of my penis!
Granny ain't getting that.
You know, Vix definitely had the 6 magic jars when he went to Granny. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
He didn't have to stab her in the face. He got the 50p on the first try.
Yeah, the 50p was totally worth.
Yes, exactly. For just a little freaking bag of pee. Ugh.
Well, you did get to show off to chat your stab Granny in the face strat, so we did all get to see that.
Yeah. She deserved it.
As is tradition.
She deserved it.
I'm surprised you didn't wait for her to come back out just so you could stab her in the face again.
Should have.
I was actually kind of surprised too. After that 50p, I figured you'd just be going in for the kill.
She didn't deserve any more of my time after that.
That's fair.
All right. Well, this was a good time, y'all. But
this was this was a great time. Thank you to Nissan.
Thank you. Thank you, Royale and Tank for comms, and Nissan again for putting this on. It's always greatly appreciated when we get to showcase stupid shit like this. So
yeah, we've got last day of the marathon tomorrow, so everyone should come back and hang out in this channel and give Nissan your money, your subs, and your bits, and all of it. And maybe he'll play Link to the Past Bingo with Obscure for us as a reward.
Maybe at some point we also have maybe a run or a race on here of Dash Always On to showcase as well.
Yeah, we need more stupid shit for next year, so we'll see what Ellendar's got cooking for the rando.
Next year, Vix, I'm suggesting, I'll always jump, always dash seed.
Okay, I'm game.
That's going to be very good.
Very good.
All right, friends. Thank you so much. GG's runners. GG's Nissan. Congrats on a successful day. Have a good night, everyone.
Go get some sleep.
Rest.